Biography's look at Sam Giancana continues on A&E. The evidence connecting the mafia to the assassination was circumstantial but intriguing. 2 days before Kennedy was shot, a New Orleans bar girl was admitted to a hospital where she made some startling claims to doctors.
She said it was very common knowledge in the underworld figures in New Orleans that there was a contract out on John F. Kennedy and that he would be assassinated. She gave no specifics, but she made it very clear, and she told a number of the staff in the hospital there that this was going to happen before it happened.
She worked in a bar in New Orleans owned by the family of Carlos Marcello, the city's mafia chief and a longtime associate of Giancana. In mid-1963, on his huge private estate in the swamps outside New Orleans, Marcello told several witnesses that the mob intended to kill the president.
I'm thinking, well, here's a vendetta where he is like saying he's going to kill somebody. And so I'm saying, you're not, how are you going to do that? You can't do a thing like this. And he says, you get a nut to do it for you.
He said that?
Yeah.
You get a nut.
You just get a nut to do it. Nobody bothers you. You just get a nut to do it.
Was Lee Harvey Oswald the mafia's nut? It's Patsy?
I'm just a patsy. I'm just a patsy. I'm just a patsy. I'm just a patsy.
The House Select Committee heard that the man who raised Oswald, his uncle, worked for Marcello. They also heard that Santo Trafficante had told an associate, the president will be hit.
He's been shot.
The House Select Committee thought the background of Jack Ruby had never been properly investigated by the Warren Commission. In fact, Ruby was linked to the Chicago Mafia.
From another camera, the motion is slowed.
I think that Jack Ruby is the Rosetta Stone for the assassination. And once you connect Ruby immediately to organized crime, do you then turn back and say, can I connect Oswald to organized crime? And the answer is yes.
Just before the assassination, Ruby phoned mobsters all over the country, including men close to Giancana.
The President of the United States is dead. President Kennedy.
All Giancana was heard by an FBI bug to say was that Lee Harvey Oswald had been a very good shot.
He got what he deserved, as far as he was concerned.
Everything pertaining to what's happening has never come to the surface. The world will never know the true facts of what occurred, my motives.
From jail in Dallas, Ruby appealed over and over to be moved to Washington. He had something important to say and didn't feel safe in Texas. But the Warren Commission ignored his pleas. Many years later, mobster Santo Trafficante, learning he was dying, apparently made a confession to his lawyer.
He said, Timmy says, Carlos really effed up. I said we should have killed Bobby instead of Juan, meaning they should have killed Bobby Kennedy instead of John Kennedy. Santo would withhold information from me. But in the 27 years that I represented him, and he was a friend of mine, I've never known him to lie to me. He would never lie.
Regardless, Robert Kennedy was haunted by the fear his war on organized crime had provoked his brother's murder.
If the mob was not involved in the assassination, they were nevertheless the chief beneficiaries of it. The organized crime program that had not up until that time even come close to what he put together basically collapsed. The organized crime program died in Dallas on November the 22nd.
If he did flirt with the mob, Joe Kennedy had unlocked the darkest forces imaginable.